Hello. Hello, chat. I'm going to move my mic up. Hello, chat. Are you there? Goodness, and I managed to get my levels a little bit more to my satisfaction. Whoops. Hello everyone, welcome to my new live stream. What is this live stream about? Well, it's a bit sad actually. It's a sad occasion, but we're not going to be sad, we're going to have fun. Before we get on to what this live stream is about, I have something very important to tell you. And I demand that you pay attention, please. Because the next More Kicks Than Friends is coming. And it's coming to Reading, South Street Theatre and Venue in Reading. I'm going to post this in the chat right now. All right, I want you to click this link. I want you to just add it to your calendar. Because this is going to be a special event. Do you know why this is going to be a special event? I'll tell you. So, in the past, when I've done More Kicks Than Friends, they've primarily been live streams, haven't they? And we've done... How many have we done now? 4? 3 or 4? I can't remember. I feel like it's 4. Yes, we've done 4 in real venues. But this is going to be the first, which will be a hybrid. We will be in a venue and we will live stream it to my channel. It's so exciting. Not only will we be live in a venue and live to the internet, it'll be free to attend the gig in person and of course free to watch on YouTube. Because this is for charity. We're going to be raising money for Ready Pop, which is a charity in Reading, which does work to get young people into to discover, improve their well-being and discover their creative potential, build confidence, get expert guidance, play around with XOX, which is something to do with Roland. Inclusive workshops, creative education programs, and free-to-access events, including electronic music, open mics, and XOX Live. You can read that in your own time. There is a QR code, which you will be able to use to donate to this charity. I think this is a very, very, very nice charity. Here is a map. I did this all myself on Wix. I'm a web designer now. There is even a map where if you want to go, Reading, I think, is quite a good place to do this because it's kind of a commuter junction. So if you're coming from various parts of the country, it should be pretty easy to get there and leave. It's from, can't remember what time it's from. It's going to be from 7 p.m. until 11, I think. So you may make the last train back. Please come. I would love it if you can come. It's free and you can, if you want, you can donate to charity. Or if you can't because you live in Brazil, you can watch it live. It's going to be so exciting. I'm so terrified. This is one of the biggest projects I've ever been part of, and I've largely had very little to do with it. This is all just volunteers. So come to that, and I will see you there. You can come up and say hello to me. I'll be running around like a nervous chicken. A nervous chicken? No, a headless wreck? No, I don't know. Okay. So I've got 3 instances of Glitch 2 open. Why have I done that? Well, Glitch 2 is now free, and that comes due to some very sad circumstances, which is that Kieran, developer of Glitch, sadly passed away just over a month ago, I think. And I was very sad because I'd only been speaking to him on the phone maybe a month or so earlier. We sort of became friends through the fact that I did a video about his plugin. And although we'd known each other a little bit beforehand, he was so pleased with the amount of sales that he got from this video that he wanted to come all the way down from Newcastle to Southampton to take me out for pizza. So he came down for a weekend and we hung out. And here is a picture of him wearing a Ned Rush t-shirt, which I gave to him, looking very colourful and a bit silly. And here is a picture of the pair of us on said weekend, sat on my balcony, enjoying some alcoholic beverages. And my fucking hell, I'm going bald. Christ. Maybe I should go to Turkey. So he died very suddenly. I was really quite upset. Only just a bit older than me, born in 79. I think he was 47. And yes, 47 years old. Really had achieved so much, and yet not even an ounce of his potential, I think. And I kind of I went into a bit of a funny place because he's about my age. We both live alone. He lived alone. I live alone. And you sort of start to think, oh, what does that do to a man's well-being as he gets older? And yeah, we were speaking on the phone. I think maybe it was sometime back in May, I think. And we would talk on the phone maybe twice a year, and they would always just be these incredibly long 6-hour phone calls, and there would be lots of booze. And we would talk about absolutely everything. Sometimes we video call as well. We talk about absolutely everything. Nothing was really off limits when you have a chat with Kieran. He was a very, very tolerant, open-minded, intelligent man, and we would just get into all kinds of conversations about all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it was very shocking. And I wouldn't say that we were like super close friends. I mean, I've known. The first time I started talking to him was back in like the late 2000s when I was doing my degree, and I wanted to interview him about his plugin, which we'll get onto in a minute. And I just emailed him and just interviewed him, and you know, he was very, very friendly and polite and helpful. And then then we started talking when I made that video, and we hung out. And then I would sort of talk to him maybe a couple of times a year, but then it would you know, very quickly it would suddenly be 4 a.m. Just talk about all kinds of things. We were talking about, I had like some ideas for something that I wanted to make, like plugins, and he was quite keen for us to get involved, but I think due to the nature of our lifestyles, it would have been tricky for us to pin each other down and to sort of work on it. We lived so far apart. He's right at the north of the country, I'm right at the south, and I know England's very small, but that's a very long way. So unfortunately that won't happen. But so in memorial, Glitch 2 is now free, so go and get it now. I'll put the link in the chat. It's an absolutely brilliant plugin. It really is actually, in many ways, one of the OGs of this type of plugin. There was Glitch 1, see if I can find it, Glitch Glitch 1 VST, which I think was, there we go, let's find some images of it. There we go. So that was free. This came out in about 2005, I think. And it was completely unfathomably, is that a word? Unfathomably mind-blowing. Interface is slightly different, but the concept was otherwise the same. You could sequence these effects to get them to do stuff on the beat. And it really came at the point of, like, for someone like me who in the 2000s, I was getting into electronic music. I was very into things like Warp Records, Planet Mu, Reflex Records, and all the other sort of etals of that time who were doing exciting digital audio stuff that was, you know, a little bit esoteric depending on where you would hang out on the internet. Or it's slightly clandestine, but also very kind of open sourced. You kind of really needed to know where to hang out on the internet in order to understand how people were making all this very interesting stuff. And then bang, this plugin comes out. And it was the I don't know if they've used the word, yes, the infamous FSU plugin. It was quite divisive. I remember it being quite divisive because there was a strange sort of purism around that time of this idea that the thing could kind of just do it for you, which I think is interesting to talk about considering that we're living in the AI era now. There was something, the digital purists, which I find slightly strange concept, but I think they did exist. This just made it too easy to do the stuff that was meant to sound really incredibly difficult. I thought that was all bullshit, and I couldn't. I got it, and I just put it on everything. I was using it on every fucking track because I was like, "This is amazing. This is like magic. This is some sort of weird witchcraft." And it was sometimes quite recognizable. The modulator effect in particular and the re-trigger effects, they were quite recognizable. So you kind of had to go quite deep into it in order to make it not sound like itself. Anyway, I absolutely used the shit out of this. I would do things like get 10 in a row and just hit random and just run aim and breaks through it and like TV themes, which I still do now. And it was really quite amazing. Then when I was at university and I was thinking about getting into doing my own development, I was thinking of I was playing around with Reactor and I was thinking about getting into Max. And then Max for Live came out and I was like, right, I'm definitely going to do it. Because I wanted to make my own versions of these. That was when I emailed him and, sort of said like, what do you think something like this does to electronic music production, electronic music performance? And he was kind of like, oh, I don't know. You either use it or you don't. And so in many ways, I think it's incredibly, when I think about how electronic music must have been shaped for the last 20 years based on this. Now, there were others around the time. There's some, if we could probably do some research. And there are some other ones now. There's like Tornado, which I like very much. What's that one? This looks interesting. I really think that this one was the one that kicked it off. Or at least on a wider scale. I had Glitch when it was newish, so sorry to hear about Kieran. I abused the original Glitch so much I was transitioning from being in a rock metal band to doing electronic music and I didn't really know what I was doing. A bit like me, really. What was I saying? Yes. Incredibly influential plugin, I think. But also influential for me in terms of wanting to get into developing my own software, because I was just like, I need to understand how this works. How do you like get a bit of audio and then reverse it? How do you like do a tape stop? Like, in real time without any offline processing. And that was kind of where it started, and that was when I sort of became interested in, you know, writing to buffers in real time and then mangling the buffers, and, you know, buffer override, super trigger, live cut, similar era. Absolutely fantastic. And then I think in around 2012, 2013 maybe, Glitch 2 came out. By this point, I was long a Mac user, and this was available for Mac, and I was very excited. So we're going to play around with it today in memory of Kieran, who had the most hilarious Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. He would, when he would get angry, when he would get us frustrated with technical support emails from Mac users, he would send me voice messages in his Arnie impression. And when he came to stay with me, we watched on the Saturday night, I think, we watched Total Recall Commando and Predator. And I don't think I heard a single line of dialogue through the whole film, because he was just there going, doing like these Arnie grunts, and I think I may have pissed myself. So more on that later. I sort of I was added, like I say, even though we weren't super close friends, we did talk a lot. We would text a lot, and we would talk on the phone, and I was added to his sort of super private kind of Discord channel, which is where I found out about it back in, I think it was the end of June. And I've posted it in there, and I don't know if maybe some of them might want to come in the chat and share some of their own stories or whatever. And it was sort of in the news this week just gone, which I thought was incredibly nice. But at the same time, I was very cross. Some of these like music tech websites, I suppose this is just a reflection of sort of the news media in general. Like, they just copied and pasted like this. They copied and pasted this. Some of it was even word for word. Some of it was not even slightly changed. I just think, you fucking cunts. Like, you just, it's like these supposed news websites. There's no journalism in there. They're just glorified repost blogs for clicks so they can get their ad revenue. I was very, very, very cross. Some of those websites I kind of partially respected. I was like, do a little bit more, would you? And that's kind of why I wanted to do this live stream, was to, like I say, even though I only knew him later in my life, recently in my life, I feel like that some of those websites didn't do enough of a good job, because whether you know this plugin or not, I'm convinced, you know, there were times when I think I would hear it in a song, and then I would like send him a clip of it and go, that's Glitch 2. And I remember when I was playing the Batman Arkham games, which I've played again multiple times because I think they're some of my favorite games. And I'm fairly certain in Arkham City, when you do the Riddler, the Riddler has been run through Glitch 2. I wonder if I can, maybe I'll sort of try and find some clips of Riddler from Arkham City, and I would send him clips and go, that's Glitch 2. You're in computer games now. So Glitch is free. Go and get it. It's very nice of them to make it free as well. His family, or I don't know who came to that decision, whether it was his family or his friends, but I would have thought send the money to his family or something. I don't know. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I hope he might have wanted, which is make some god-awful fucking noise with his plugin. I found this break recently, which I like very much, and I'm going to use it. It is, I think it was from Ike Turner. Is it this one? With that stupid little ding 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 in it, right? It's all slightly on the left-hand side. All right, so we'll just do a very sort of express breakbeat cleanup tutorial. So we're going to set 1 there. That's kind of it, really, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put it simpler. It's a little on the left-hand side. So whatever. We'll just chuck a utility on it. Let's go and get simpler. Let's chuck this in here. Yeah, there's some good ghost notes in this one. And that's a really good... That's a bit silly. Was Kieran from Newcastle? I don't know if he was from Newcastle originally. I think, but that was where he lived. Or somewhere Sunderland or somewhere in that area. But he did live around. I lived in America for a little bit. He told me about the raves in the desert he would go to and stuff like this. But I believe that he did live somewhere in that part of the country. Not 100% sure. So I'm just going to draw in a little break thing in here. Let's do something like this. Oh, let's put that one there. Something like this, maybe. I really like the way that on push now, when you press a pad, it shows this line here. That's kind of... See what this is like. Oh, beautiful. That is lovely. All right, but it's a little all on the left-hand side. I'm not happy about that, so I'm just going to get the utility in and... Beautiful. All right. Let's duplicate this a little bit. Make a couple of changes here. Let's see what... Let's turn the little speaker on. Yeah, that thing. No. Oh, what have I just done here? Let's get this. Let's go a little bit faster. It's Sunday. No. Sunday, it's Ned Rush's Sunday Breakbeat Salon. Okay, but what we're going to do is explore glitch. Have some fun with it. So right off the bat, it's just going to start doing random stuff. I actually think, I can't remember how to do this. There was something... Is it here? Ah, here we go. Random on load. Yeah, I don't want that. Mouse warping. I don't know what that means. Mouse warping? Oh. Enable mouse position warping when adjusting rotary knobs, sliders, and other controls. Tablet users may need to disable... What does that mean? Enable mouse position warping? What are you on about, mate? Mouse position warping? Oh, so the mouse doesn't go up and down? Oh, when you like click and drag? Did I turn that? Let's see what happens when you turn that off then. Mouse warping. Okay. Oh, I get it. Yeah, so the mouse sort of wraps. I don't really need that on, I don't think. Tooltips. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to reset this, reset it. And it can vary sort of... Is there a specific reason that you can use that view over session where you arrange? Purely preference. Is there a specific reason that you use that view over session when you arrange? I'm in session view. Is that a specific? Is there a specific reason that you use that over session view? Not answering your question. Right. So basically, what you have, I've done a video about this before, but I'm revisiting it. You basically have all of these effects here in their own separate tabs, which you can access by clicking here like this, or you can access by clicking here like this, and you can actually move them into different orders, which is very, very, very nice. And I think that might be per scene. I'm not sure, but I'm not really going to use the scenes too much. I'm just going to sort of like, what I like to do with these is kind of have them doing like little bits and then create multiple instances of them so that they sort of de-intersect. Is that a word? So they're not entirely in their in one grid. Using multiple instances of these is really, really what it's all about. I must vape. So what I'm going to maybe do is I'm going to use like this stretch. Let's see what. Yes, actually, what I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to use the random. I'm going to max out the beats and the divisions. And I'm going to draw in like some steps like this. Actually, I don't really need to have it on that many divisions. Let's bring that down. Yeah, let's just do it like this. So when you use random, it basically just randomly picks effects. It's really good. So you can kind of step sequence the randomness. Now, I think what you can do is... No. Okay, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use like some LFOs to sort of change these effects, because you can't really step sequence the effects. They just kind of they're just in these static positions. But I'm going to change that. I am going to change that. In fact, we could have even used some clip automation as well, but let's just start with some LFOs. So the one thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to use this stretcher, and let's like delete all of these. Stretcher is here. You can go down to a dead stop. You can type it in. Let's say 0.125. All right, say 0.25. God damn it, 0.25. Oh my god, 25. Okay, let's say 1, 2. Oh, 0.5. No, I'm doing my maths wrong, dumbass. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna map that. I'm gonna hit configure, and I'm gonna click that. Now that's mapped, and then I'm gonna get an LFO. And I'm going to just have that kind of like mess about with an LFO here. So we're going to drop that in. It's probably going to take ages to load for some reason. Don't know. Max for Live is very slow to load these days. Oh my gosh, lots of comments. Sorry, everyone. I haven't been paying attention. My condolences for sure. Was he responsible for the Deep Blue glitch plugin as well? Yeah, have you not watched the video? Are you not watching? That's what we're doing. It was the same thing. The blue glitch was essential to my younger years. Oh, these are nice things you're saying. Yes. Right. What am I doing here? Let's map this. So let's have that sort of match the... yeah. wow, that's too much. So this is going to take quite a long time, but I think it's going to be worth it. Because then what we can do is that now that we've sort of concentrated just on that, then we can add that to the randomization pool, if you will. And we're going to get some slight sort of variations rather than it just kind of triggering the same effect each time. So we've got that all in place. That's fine. So we can, let's try maybe something like this tape stop. Let's do the tape stop here. And listen to that. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit configure again, and I'm going to get these two controls and get another LFO. Oh, we could actually maybe use the same one. Yeah, we could use the same one, actually, because we've got multiple destinations here. So let's map that one to that one and that one to that one. Yeah. But maybe 64th notes is a bit much. Let's try 75% on that. And maybe 25% here. The timing divisions are split into categories as well, which I like very much. So you can have even, which is quarter notes, triplets, or dotted, which is very good. A lot of some of these things, they totally miss out the dotted, the sacred dotted note. Okay, that's good. So let's delete these ones. And then let's maybe do the delay here. So I'm just going to put the delay in here like this. And for this one, I'm going to use this same LFO. So I'm going to hit configure here. I'm going to get that time there. Now that's appeared down there. I'm going to get the same LFO, map it to that one. Maybe also to the feedback. So actually, before we do that, we need to configure the feedback and then map it here. Let's have a look at the reverser. We're really only scratching the surface here. Let's try this reverse. I'm just going to do something like this. Yeah. So this does like a ping pong. So it doesn't reverse it. It plays it forwards and then backwards. So you get this really nice sort of which is brilliant. So we're gonna configure that time there. And we're going to map another LFO to that one. Well, let's turn that off first. And we're going to need to set some... We don't want it to go too high. So let's try 75%. And then let's maybe try 25%. Okay, we've gone too high. Let's try 50%. No. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, pardon me. Okay, so for this instance, I'm only going to use those effects which I've already forgotten what they are. So let's go to the randomizer and turn down the ones that we don't want. So this randomizer is really good. It sets the percentage at which those effects modules are included in the randomization. So if you don't want the modulator included, you turn it down. We don't want the retrigger. We want the reverse of the stretcher. We don't want the lo-fi. We don't want the distortion. We don't want the gator. We want the delay and we don't want the shuffler. So when we go back here to drawing in this, only those effects will be included. But what I like to do is I like to say, get some of these effects. So this distortion, which I don't want to use, I'll turn the mix down and then I'll turn the percentage up. Where is it? Distortion. So it gets included, but it doesn't process it through the effect. So that just means that you get some steps where there's no effect. So it's not just constantly doing. Let's do the same for the modulator. Let's turn the mix down on the modulator. So each module, each effect, each row has its own little mixer section. So I'm going to increase the percentage on that to 50%. So that means that we've got like 2 effects which will be included, but they won't process through the audio. So you just get unprocessed audio. This is a thing I like to do. Oh, what happened? Why aren't we playing? As a Renoise user of over 20 years. Yes, well, he worked for Renoise. He was part of the development team at Renoise as well. So if you're a Renoise user, I was reading some of the forum posts on the Renoise forum. I downloaded Renoise and wow, that program's changed quite a lot. All the effects commands were different. I was trying to do like a sample offset and it's changed from 0.9 to S, which makes more sense, sample offset. Anyway. Okay, so we can maybe like add some more divisions here and maybe we could do something like... Is a little loud, so I might just bring the mix down a tiny bit. There we go. So it's not doing it all the time. That's what it's all about. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute that one. I'm going to go and get another instance of it. I'm going to go and get another glitch. I'm going to get another glitch here. I'm going to put it before, and I'm only going to use the shuffler. So let's increase the beats and divisions, and let's draw in maybe something like this. So he told me that the shuffler was kind of based on Bram's super trigger. I think he sort of tried to copy it. And basically what you have is that you have even notes, triplets, or dotted. I'm going to go with dotted, and I'm going to put that to 8, and maybe, yeah, let's try these to 8. And then what you've got is arrange, how often it happens, I think, 1 beat. How much you want it to shuffle, how much you want it to repeat, and how much you want it to reverse. Maybe it might work better with like longer steps. Let's try some longer steps here. See what we get. Actually, I'm going to put it back to even. Yeah, repeat down quite low, I think. Whoops. Oh, you can move the steps around as well. That's quite good. Okay. So if we turn the percentage down for all 3 of them, yeah, doesn't do anything. So let's just add 10% shuffle, 3% repeat, 3% reverse. Brilliant. Okay, now let's add the other one back in. Okay, so that first one at the start, which is the shuffly one, I'm now going to put that after the one that we've assigned all the LFOs to. So now we've got 3. We've got a shuffly one at the start. I can get them all in the same, get my glitches in a row. Shuffly one at the start, glitchy one in the middle, shuffly one at the end. Some group probability. I'm going to take those and group them, I think. No. Yes, they're grouped. Yeah, take those and group them. 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 That group them. Those and group them. Right. Select them all. Are they grouped? I think they are. Select them all. Just bring the chance down a little bit. Yeah, so you can see that they're grouped because the chance node thing there is longer. So I'm just going to bring them all down a little bit like that. 73%. Sometimes they do fuck all. Let's increase that percentage back up a little bit. 90%. All right, let's resample that. Actually, let's do a little bit of compression as well afterwards. Is really, really good for glitch too, because it sort of makes some of those effects pop tiny little bit. So I'm just going to put soft clip on, just pull that threshold down a tiny bit, so it's just flicking that compressor beam. Oh God, did I really just say that? Sorry, that was incredibly rude. And my first beer is kicking in. A little bit quieter. Bring it back up. Yeah, so we've got some little pauses in there. Right, let's record some of this. Record like 32 bars or something. Okay, that's very nice. Good. Right, so let's right, what am I doing here? I'm lost. Let's save it. Let's do collect all and save, so that in anything bad happens, RIP glitch. I'll put this on Patreon later. And if you download the plugin for free from the website, you'll be able to use the set because you'll have the plugin. So let's go back to this. And let's see if we can do some interesting things with some reverbs. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little weird. I'm gonna do something quite strange. I'm gonna get all this. I'm gonna get this. What am I gonna do? I'm doing something that I've never done before and I need to think about it. Let's group that. Let's go into the key zone and isolate those keys. So that's C1 up to whatever that is, F sharp 2. Good. Pardon me. Oh, hello, brokers. Semitone, hello, Timply Sunset. Who was Kieran Foster? You might have to rewind the live stream. Yeah. Now you don't want to do this all the time. What you want to do is inject this into grooves, find a solid groove, and then just inject these little bits in, which I'm going to get to later with a new thing which I tried whilst preparing for this live stream. But what I want to do now is I want to use the same MIDI. I'm going to make a new chain here, create a chain. I'm going to isolate that chain to B0, and I'm going to use that as a trigger, MIDI trigger. Now I'm going to go back to my clip, and I'm going to draw in a B there like that. And maybe bring it out to that bar like that. And duplicate it all the way along. I'm going to use this as a control, MIDI control, to control the send. I'm going to go and get the modulator. I'm going to go and get the expression. No, I want the, what do I want? The envelope. Yes, I want the envelope MIDI, I think. Envelope MIDI. Let's put that in there. Is that what I want? This is what I want, yes. So I'm going to pull down the attack, pull down the sustain, bring the decay a little bit down, turn velocity off, and I'm going to map that to the send. So what that MIDI note now is doing at the start there, maybe I can demonstrate this with my... Let's go. Octave down. Right, yeah. So I'm pressing my MIDI note, and you can see that when I press that MIDI note, I'm flicking that send there, right? Because this envelope receives that note, and it's mapped to that send. So if I increase the decay a little bit, we get this when I press a MIDI note. Exciting stuff. So at the start of the sequence, I'm going to send a little burst of audio into this reverb here. And I'm going to use that with another glitch in ping pong. So, well, not in ping pong, in reverse. So we're going to get another glitch here on this send. We're going to go to reverse. That's happening a little too much. I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to have this happen every 2 bars because we've got more time on the glitch sequencer than I thought. Let's try 4 beats. No, 1 beat, 4 beats. No, we need to make the beats and divisions longer. There we go. Is this what we want? Something like this. Yeah. That's it. So we get these lovely dubby reverbs that kind of go away and then come back like a boomerang dub. Now the order at which, shall I admit, what shall I do here? I'll leave it playing once I think about it. Yeah, I think maybe what could we do? I think maybe we could just use like some standard Ableton stuff here, or maybe we could use another glitch. I think I'll maybe just use some standard Ableton stuff. So let's use like the let's maybe use the flanger flanger. Yeah. All right, let's get this LFO, sample and hold LFO. Let's get that going to Oh my gosh, here we go. Right. So that's 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. Let's maybe duplicate that, have 2 of them. Yeah. I can get a expression control to randomize that reverb size. Let's go and get the expression control, put it on the same chain, MIDI chain as our envelope MIDI. Put this to random, put this to remote, click map, go over here, map that to the size. And now each MIDI note in the sequence is going to randomize the reverb size. My beverage has run out, so I'm just going to do a quick collect all and save, and then I'm going to leave that running, go and get another one, and I'll be back. Now, I've not added it to this one. That's okay. Let's add it to this one here. This is really great because you can use the sequencer like modular automation, sort of. But I want these to have a low chance. Oh, that's slightly annoying. I think maybe they could do a thing where you could like hold a modifier key and then say only show the selected notes in this. I don't need to see all of them. Let's just bring that right down like that. And then let's do the same for this one here. Yeah, so you can see that they're sort of... Okay, that's fine. So now we've got like 50% chance that it's going to trigger that reverb send. I'm very much into this MIDI triggered dub stuff, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to add another one here, and I'm going to put that through a glitch as well. So let's create a chain here, and we'll bring that down to isolate just one note. Can we make this small? Oh, it is small. Oh, that's actually fine as it was. Okay, so I'll call that one reverb. And I'll call this one, this is going to be like a delay. This is going to be a delay of sorts. And we'll go and get another MIDI envelope and put that on that chain. Do the same thing, attack down, sustain down, decay, whatever, velocity off, set it to remote. And we're going to map that to send B. And then in the sequence, I will just copy these notes. And let's see what we have now. Now, actually, what I might do whilst it's getting ready is put the percentage back up. let's go and get the echo and go dub as fuck. This might be quite tricky. Let's maybe open up that filter a little bit. So we could maybe use another MIDI envelope to control that feedback. Let's go and, well, let's just duplicate this one. Let's duplicate this one, but we're not going to use the attack or the decay. We're just going to use the sustain, maybe with a tiny little bit of attack, tiny little bit of release, and map that to the feedback here. Now, we don't want it to go up to 150%, which is absolutely bonkers. So we'll maybe bring this down to 60. Didn't work. Why didn't that work? Okay, it might work if we map the same thing to the dry wet. Okay, now let's bring the probability back down to just beneath halfway. Really fucking good stuff. Okay, I think maybe that feedback, we'll bring that feedback down a little bit more, just under 50%. And then I'm going to get the same glitch that I used here to ping pong the dub and put it on that delay as well. So I'm just going to duplicate that, put that there, see how that sounds. It's very subtle. LFO and modulate that delay. I haven't tried using echo in 16th notes. That's kind of fun. Let's put this to random, and then this is every 2 bars, I think. Whoops, why have I done that? 2, oh my God, so 32. 32, map that to that, but let's just try that actually. Okay. What's happening in the chat? Starting to sound interesting. Yes, it is, isn't it? Good time to collect all and save. Remember, people, collect all and save your projects so that you don't lose them. Don't want to lose your project, your hard work. You don't want to lose all your hard work. Do a bass line now, and I'm going to do it pretty much with just a sine wave in operator. I'm just going to like play along and like riff. Because I want to run just the sine wave through glitch because I think that could sound fun as well. So that's all possibly the best performance of my career. Let's quantize it anyway. It's probably going to sound shit now. God damn it. What the hell did I just quantize it to? Undo that. What was I thinking? Maybe my latency's a bit off. All right, let's quantize it now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh. All right, that's okay. Right, let's get a glitch. Let's put a glitch on this sub bass. That's just madness. Bring this up a little bit. Init. Initiate. Right. Let's just get this. Let's get this going. We don't need that many divisions. We can just do it like this, surely. Like this. I really like the way that with the steps you can draw in like in either direction. I think like just this as a sequencer by itself is really intuitive and really nice to use. Okay, so some of these effects I don't want. I don't want the tape stop. So let's go to the modulator. Sorry, the randomizer section. Turn down the tape stop. We don't want that. I don't want the re-trigger. Maybe the reverse. Don't want the stretch. Lo-fi, distortion. Yeah, I want to use these distortions now. Some of them are... What's still... Oh, the reverser. Okay, the reverser I need to set to a reasonable amount of time. So let's set that to even eighth notes, yeah. And I've turned the mix down a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit of gentle glitching on the sub bass, and let's just overdrive it a little bit. I always blame latency even when it lacks musical ability. Well, of course it's the latency, isn't it? It's not my performance. I mean, I'm a trained musician. Why would I perform so out of time? It must be the technology. It's not me. Back to this video later and sample my own video. Let's trigger these two scenes now that have less probability. Let's drum bus our reverb like a complete mad person. And the delay. Okay, I'm having a good time. Thanks, Glitch. Thanks, Kieran, for all the good times you've given me in my life. Let's just very, very gently compress the master. Don't do this, people. I'm just doing this because it's a live stream. I'm going to bring it up a bit on my mixer. I'm going to keep going with this MIDI triggered send thing. And I'm going to do it with like a resonator. Now, this isn't going to work the way that I want it to because, well, let's find out. Let's confirm it. Let's insert a return track. Let's go and get the resonator, the resonators. And yes, I was correct. This parameter is disabled because the device is on a track where it is not supported, as the feature is not supported. So in order to do what I want to do, I'm going to have to route it like a balloon. So let's put the resonator just on a new track. And we're going to have to use return C, sorry. We're going to route that to track 5, which is going to be our resonators. And we're going to receive the audio from return C. So I'll call that reso send. So, and we're going to put this to monitor, I think. Post mixer. Yeah, that's fine. Now we want to mute this. No. We don't want to go post mixing. We want to go post effects. And we're going to mute this track because we don't want to hear this track. What we're doing is we're going to route the drums to the send and then to this track so that we can use the scale aware. Is this what I want to do? Hang on a minute. I think I've thought about this wrong. Yeah, no, I don't want the resonators. I want the spectral resonator. Yes, I want the spectral resonator because that's got MIDI sidechaining. Okay, right. So again, just to clarify, if you put the spectral resonator on or ascend, you can't use scale aware. You can still use MIDI sidechaining though, so maybe that doesn't matter. Oh my God, I haven't thought this through. No, you know what? Cancel everything I've just said. Delete everything I've just said. Cancel it. Cancel Kevin Spacey. Let's put another return track in. Let's put the spectral resonator in. And then I don't think, if I'm using MIDI sidechaining, it shouldn't matter. So let's just draw in one note here. Let's put it to C blues, minor blues. And I'll just draw in like a C1 here like this. And we'll go back to our spectral resonator on our C send, return C return. And choose MIDI, and then choose MIDI from, and then choose, right, I'm going to rename the track here. Let's rename this Reso Chords. All right. And then we can go here, we can choose MIDI from Reso Chords. And we trigger this. I'm going to go and get a chord now. I'm going to put a chord on this and we're going to turn the scale awareness on and we'll just sort of do a couple of shifts here, just something like that. I don't know. No, the spectral resonator needs to be polyphonic. And then we want to randomize those chords. So we're going to get random in. We're going to put the scale awareness on that as well. Put the chance up. Not too many choices, maybe about 3. Go by direct of 5, 3 or 5, whatever. And then put another one afterwards. It's an octave too low, so let's get that. Press shift and up. I'm having a ruddy good time. Let's make another chain here and make another note. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go and get the MIDI. Where is it? Oh my God, what's it called? I don't use it that much. Envelope MIDI. There we go. And attack down, a little bit of attack. No sustain, quite a little bit of decay, no release. Velocity off. Map that to send C. Let's go back to this top scene. These two. I'm going to take that same reversey glitch, copy that to that resonator. So we get ping pong chords, resonator chords. Too short. Let's make this longer. Let's make this. Where's the length? 2 bars. Yeah. Okay. Let's make this 2 bars long. Good. Very good. Yeah. Resonator sounds a bit Toy Town, so it's something we could do. We could sort of grunge it up a little bit. Can we hear it by itself? No, we can't. You can't solo sense. Maybe I could like I'm going to randomize the hybrid reverb algorithm. That's what I'm going to do. Let's get the hybrid reverb. Put that to algorithm, and then on this one, we'll go and get the expression control. We'll just put it at the start. Doesn't really matter. Go to random, change that to remote, hit map, go back to the Spectral Resonator return channel and click the algorithm. Now the algorithm's going to get randomized. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be slightly weird. I wonder if I've done this right. I think maybe I haven't. Anyway, let's bring the chance down on the send note. Oh, this is getting complicated. And then let's do the same for this one. Let's get this probability down. Just sort of pulling it all apart. I'm Pacinoing it. I heard this thing once about Al Pacino, that when he does a take, he does like a really, really low Pacino and then a full Pacino and then a mid Pacino, and that's the one that they use. And I kind of thought, I'm going to use that for music. Oh, you do a low one and then a high one and then a mid one. Save. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a glitch on the master, on the main channel. Wow. And that's just going to, I don't know why they're always both selected like that. Slightly weird. Okay. And for this one, I'm just going to, what am I going to do? Maybe just use the shuffler. Let's max out the beats here. just a little bit of shuffle maybe on the last. To Pacino than De Niro. What would the De Niro version be? Does De Niro have such a basic acting motivational tactic? Gone slightly off, but my CPU seems to be doing quite well. I mean, this is the thing with this plugin, is that you can kind of use loads of them, and if you've got a half decent computer, which I'm sure we all have now, you won't see any issues. Let's try this scene. Let's turn that off. Let's try this scene, which is a little bit more sparse with the probability. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm going to get rid of that. I haven't got any notes in here to trigger the resonator. That's why that's not working. Okay. What on earth just happened there? That isn't what I wanted to do at all. Yeah, that. There we go. It's not triggering the resonator. Why aren't you doing that, MIDI? That's triggering send B. It's the wrong bloody note. That's why. Let's move down here. The gate. Let's see what this is. So I'm gonna sort of filter the randomness by maybe drawing in here only the gate, that gated reverb, so it kind of goes. That would be fun. And maybe a tape stop there. It's so easy to use the tape stop. It's so awesome. Let's maybe do the thing I was doing earlier and just include those, but they'll be dry. I feel like we need some crashes in now. I need some I don't know how many times I've used that cymbal. That'll do. Maybe a little lower. Oh my. Actually, I'm just going to put it in a simpler and do like some pitch, do like a pitch modulation thing. Bin that off. Let's draw in a note here, and that can go every, where are we here? That can go every 4 bars, maybe 4 bars. 4 bars, people. Oh. What the, what? Oh, it's in slice. Sorry, a bit loud. Apologies. Apologies, sensitive YouTubers. Your sensitive little ears. Deafness is no laughing matter. Look after your ears, people. Maybe we could do like a kind of Liam Howlett kind of. He does like these pitch bends on his on his cymbals, which I always thought was kind of fun. I could maybe do something like select all of this and do something like this, maybe. Yeah. But maybe down. How do you invert that? Isn't that? How do you? Oh, it's this way, isn't it? You do it that way? No. What do you do? I thought you could. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. There we go. That's it. That way. That's it. Yeah. Okay, that's too long. Too short rather. Let's make it 8. I think this has gotten suitably stupid. Let's collect all and save. Lots of people talking about the Sugar Bytes versions of this concept. Looperator, Effectrix. Kieran actually lived in Berlin, and I think he either lived or would often go to the Sugar Bytes office. I think they would hang out together, I think. I really wish I could have got to know him a little bit more. I mean, like I say, we did talk, you know, about as often as I do to most people these days. When you get a bit older, when you get into your 40s, you know, you like to keep in touch with people, but you're less bothered if you don't. You know, you get less of the FOMOs, and you kind of just want to mellow out a little bit. You want to spend it. Well, me personally, you know, I'm someone who sort of enjoys my own company more than half of the time. And then the rest of the time, I'm like, I want to speak to people. I want to see people. I want to go places. And then I'm like, no, I need to go back. I need to be on my own. I've been living on my own now for 5 years. And, I really like it. I wouldn't change it. And this was something that me and him would talk about quite a lot. Trying to find a balance between, wanting to sort of putting yourself first and putting other people first. One thing that I always found incredibly admirable and brave about him was that he was very, very outspoken about his mental health. And I was always so interested because I'm a bit of a internet armchair psychologist. Having sort of been around people in a very close proximity who had mental health struggles, and always felt a little bit guilty about how I navigated that. When someone's sort of very outspoken about their own, I want to talk to them. I'm just like, tell me about it, help me understand it a little bit better so I can learn from things that I've done before that I'm not proud of or whatever. And he was very outspoken about it. We would talk about it a lot. But at the same time, for me, it was sometimes a little bit difficult to know how to navigate the boundaries, because, it was like sometimes I would not hear from him for a considerable amount of time, and then suddenly I'd hear from him, but it would be like, let's move to Spain. He would be like, come on, let's go to the Caribbean. Come on, let's go now. Let's go tomorrow. And I'd be like, I can't do that. Sorry. Sort of sensing that, like, I think you're having one of your spells, and I can't get entwined and caught up in that whirlwind, I'm afraid. And then I wouldn't hear from him again for, a few months. And then I would hear from him, and we would have like long conversations or whatever. And, one can't help but think what one could have done better. So yeah, I think it's, considering that, I think for a lot of people, they do, I don't know what it's like these days. I mean, we live in the era of sharing, and perhaps even sometimes oversharing. And, it's not long before you go on something like TikTok and then, someone's talking about some sort of personality disorder that they've got. And in one way, it's kind of like it's a good thing that everyone's so open about it. But at the same time, it sort of creates like a culture. I'm not saying that that's what he was like. He wasn't like that. I'm saying that he was just outspoken about it. I have these things, and I live my life. And there was never, and he would make jokes about it, And I don't know, it's an ongoing sort of pursuit to understand all of this stuff a little bit better, the more that it becomes out in the open. Because I think maybe people of my era and older, it wasn't so talked about so much. And I think people certainly kept it to themselves. They would bury it. There was maybe some shame in talking about it. And I always found that sort of quite admirable about him. That he was like, yeah, I have this, I have that, or whatever. And I'd be like, tell me about it. And then we talk about it for a long time. And I'll always be grateful to him for giving me that insight firsthand. Mental health in day-to-day interactions is still not talked about enough, in my opinion. Well, quite, maybe. I don't know. I'm just sharing my thoughts. It's, I think it really all depends where you guide your interests. After spending some time with someone many years ago who had some struggles, and I failed badly, so badly, at navigating and being supportive of that when it was over, it was all I wanted to know about. I just did everything. I read books. I still read books, listen to audio books or podcasts and things about people talking about these things. The human condition, psychology, it's really, really, really interesting to me. And so to sort of meet someone and to have, very, very measured, regulated, grounded conversations about it was really what I needed. And I'll always be grateful for that. And I'll be sad that I won't be able to have them with him anymore. Not that I sort of, I hope that I haven't maybe gone into too much about his personal life. But then he would make posts to Instagram. On his Instagram, he would say, this is what when I'm having a low point, this is what I do. These are things that I try. He's trying to help people. Yeah. It's tricky, isn't it? Because you want to look after your mates and you want to be there, but at the same time you sort of don't want to get caught up in it all, that you kind of do. You find yourself doing more that you're willing or able to do. But that was kind of another thing that he would say to me as well. It's like, it's my problem. I've got to deal with it. It's not yours. And I just thought, you're so switched on. You're so incredibly on the ball about this. And I think that maybe, I don't know, maybe had he have been more publicly open about it, he could have helped a lot more people than he did. Maybe. Anyway. Someone who makes glitch plugin has got to be a little bit crazy, you know what I mean? But crazy in a very fun, cuddly, colourful, charismatic, patient kind of way. Not like fucking Keith Moon or something. I think pitch up the whole track a bit. No! Right, let's do collect all and save. So I think I'm probably done. I mean, I haven't really made a track. I've just made a little vibe and just sort of shown off just how incredibly useful and really visionary I think this plugin is. Like I was saying earlier, I think I genuinely think it's been copied. I think I've copied it. I'm copying it right now. I'm working on my own plugin. Excuse me. Like I say, when we were talking on the phone, the last time that we did, which I think was maybe back in May, you know, I was saying, I've got this idea. I've made like so many max patches, and I think I'm sort of at the point with max patches that I can keep learning more things, but I can't always necessarily apply them. And I'm not a very, very great collaborator, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit kind of like, I like working mostly on my own, or I like working with other people, provided that my role is very clear. So this is why I like maybe playing guitar in bands or playing the bass in bands, because it's like I'm the bass player. I play the bass lines. When you get into sort of projects, it's especially remotely, and you've got like a clear goal, but you don't necessarily delegate roles. I find that a little bit difficult. I've been in lots of situations like that. But we talked about it, and I was like, I've got this idea. I want to do this. And he was like, yeah, we can do that. He kind of wanted us to be in the same room when we did it. And unfortunately, it just wouldn't have been possible because we lived so far away. And I was like, well, we could just work on it online. We can get on video calls or whatever. And he was up for it. It's not going to happen. So I've started doing it by myself, by vibe coding it. And I know that that's going to upset people. And I understand, but at the same time, I don't care. And another friend of mine, who was actually when Kieran was down, old school friend of mine, I invited him along. He's kind of jumped in, and we're both sort of working on it together. I'll just tease a little bit of it here. What you do is you load a sample in, and so it's basically Nedit, the Max for Live device that I made, but we're doing it in VST form, and it's got this sequencer where you can sequence slices. It's kind of somewhere between Glitch and Simpler, which is here. I'm working on that at the moment. It's taken over my life. I'm not going to talk any more about it because it's very early days, and I'm very, very, very precarious about sharing it with people because I know that people go, oh, you fucking AI. So I'm not sure if we do decide to release it commercially, how I'm going to navigate that. Perhaps by the time that we do, it'll be so normalized. Everyone's fucking vibe coding everything at the moment. But then everyone goes, Anyway. All right, we'll listen to it a little bit more. I'll do like some follow actions here on these. Oh, I just deleted something. Twat. Just do some follow actions here on these clips, and we'll sort of listen to it and just chill. Follow actions. Let's say next, and let's say do it for 8 times. And I'll just have a little bit of a mix, a little bit of a play, and just chill out and keep doing my. I'll start like a new MC. It'll be called MC. MC act will be me reading out comments on social media. In this Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Please welcome to the stage. MC. there's like some drift happening. I feel like that if you leave it running for a long time, it sort of starts to drift, but I refuse to believe that that's the case. And maybe I'm just pushing Ableton a little bit hard. I mean, this type of stuff here with these things, these envelope MIDI things and these expression control things, they use CPU because they have to eventually exist in audio in order to do the function. So, which is slightly weird, but I think that's just the nature of it. But it's so fun. I'm going to do a video about this at some point, doing this in drum racks. Maybe I've done it. I know User Friendly has done loads of videos about this, where you can kind of like have a cell in a drum rack trigger something on the envelope MIDI to get it to control something in the rest of the set. But it can, I think, maybe be a bit of a drain on your CPU. But we've all got good computers now, haven't we? Maybe I'll record a little bit of it. Let's just record. Maybe just record a little bit of it, just for a laugh. So that wasn't really making a track. I was just vibing around. But like I say, it's a sad and beautiful thing that this plugin is now free. Go and get it. There is no reason why you shouldn't own this. It's a great piece of work from the mind of a brilliant man who is no longer with us. And that's a shame. I don't think that even though that he created this brilliant thing, I don't think that he'd even scratch the surface of his potential. And I'm sad that I won't get random 6-hour phone calls from him anymore. So that's it, I think. I'm happy. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you had a nice time. And I will be back, I think, at some point. I don't really know what I want to do for my next video. I did ask my patrons, my Patreon people, and they said nothing. I'm starting to think that they're just ghosts. They're just little money ghosts. They just sort of, they're like tooth fairies. They're just like leaving me money and saying nothing. So I sort of think, you know, you're subsidizing my content creation. I feel like that it's my duty to offer out a forum for them to make suggestions for the type of content that I want to make. Every single time I do it, nothing. I get nothing back. Nothing at all. So, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to buy a Chaos Pad V. Let's Google it now. Chaos Pad V. Kind of want to buy one of these. I was a very early adopter of the Chaos Pad. I have a Chaos Pad. I've had every Chaos Pad. And I have a Chaos Pad 1, the Chaos Pad 1 that I bought 25 years ago on the floor. This one works as an audio interface, which I think is very interesting. And I think you can do some like really mad stuff with MIDI. You can get MIDI in. There's MIDI in on the back here. And I think it does MIDI down USB as well. And I was thinking, but also I just kind of thought it would be fun for live streams to sort of do this sort of stuff, but it's like not. It's and other things. I'm thinking of getting one. I don't know. I don't like the color though. Yeah, I don't know. Leave a comment if you want me to get one. I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to ask for it for free. Well, that's it. Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go now. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go now. Is anyone going to go? I'm just going to go. I think I might just go. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. I think I might go. I think I might go. I think I'm gonna go. Sorry. I think maybe I might just go. I think I might just go now. I think I'm gonna go. I think I might just go. Sorry, I think I'm going to go. I'm really sorry. I think I might just go. I'm just going to go now. I'm going to go. I'm just going to go now. I'm going to go. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. I think I might just go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Yeah. I think maybe I'm gonna go. I think maybe I might just go now. I'm just gonna go. Sorry. I think maybe I'm gonna go. I think might just go. I think I'm gonna go now. I think I'm going to go. I think maybe I might go.